Hello, I'm Dr. Olivia Jennison and I am the Clinical Director at the Lighthouse Bali. In this video, I'm going to talk about how attachment wounds can be linked to addiction. Attachment is the emotional bond with our caregivers that we establish in our early life, in our childhood. And this attachment significantly shapes how we experience adulthood in our ability to cope with stress, regulate emotions, and connect with others. When we grow up with stable and loving caregiving in childhood, we learn how to regulate our emotions, we learn how to build healthy relationships, and we learn that we can feel safe. However, if our caregiving in our early childhood is neglectful, inconsistent, traumatic, then that can really hinder our ability to self-soothe, regulate our own emotions, and cope with stress in adulthood. In adulthood, this means that we can find it harder to regulate our emotions due to not having had that consistently in our childhood taught to us, having those emotions properly soothed and regulated. So in adulthood, it's much more confusing, much more difficult. That means in order to cope with these difficult emotions, sometimes that we go to external coping mechanisms. So this could be drugs, alcohol, sex, it could be work, in order to self-soothe, feel calm, regulated. So this actually really makes sense. Sometimes people turn to addiction because they haven't had that emotional support to help them feel safe and help them feel okay inside. There are 3 ways in which attachment can be linked to addiction. Number 1, coping with overwhelming emotion. So when we've had insecure attachment, this means that we haven't had that modeled to us in how to cope with distress, how to soothe our emotions. So therefore, when big emotions come up, addiction really plays a role to self-soothe, feel calm, feel relaxed, get rid of those difficult emotions. Number 2, unmet attachment needs. So sometimes the people around us don't make us feel heard, validated, seen, and therefore we go to substances or addictions in order to feel calm and feel connected. Number 3, shame and isolation. Insecure attachment can be linked to feelings of shame, feelings of low self-worth, and therefore addiction can really serve as a coping mechanism to escape from these feelings and to cope with this numbness pain. In my clinical practice with addictions, I often work with people who have had early life experiences of neglect, invalidation, abandonment. And so in the therapy, we often explore the function of their addiction. What role did this serve? And how did this develop? And often we find out that the addiction served a purpose. It has helped them to even temporarily feel connected, calm, a sense of relief. And this is really understandable. However, there's also that long-term cost in terms of making us feel actually more disconnected from the people around us, continuing cycles of shame and isolation. And in the therapy, us understanding the function can be a really pivotal step to moving forward and finding a meaningful life. In closing, in modern addiction treatment, like we do here at the Lighthouse Bali, we explore your early life experiences and the function that addictions have served for you. And with this understanding, we move forward into building healthy coping strategies and helping you to get your addiction under control.